The very first thing you're gonna need is a couple different apps on your cell phone. You can see my cell phone screen here. I'm casting it on my computer. That's why you see the mouse. But we're gonna need CapCut, which is gonna be our video editor. We're going to need Bible Gateway, whether if it's the app or through the browser, doesn't matter. We're also gonna need your YouTube app and an app called Pexels. And going through these kind of back to front, Pexels is a stock footage app. It has a bunch of free stock footage. You can go and download different Christian stuff, Bible stuff, whatever. So if you simply go and just look up on the App Store for Pexels, it'll pop right up and there's the icon. CapCut, same thing, just type in CapCut. Your YouTube, you should already have. And then Bible Gateway, you can get the app or you can use the browser like I said. So we're gonna go ahead and start off in Bible Gateway, and we're going to be talking about the scripture we're gonna be using today. That's gonna be Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. And you can see it here, trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not rely on your own understanding. Great piece of scripture. And we're just gonna go ahead and copy that right now. Next thing we want to do is we want to go over to Pexels. I've already downloaded some stock footage, but how you simply use Pexels is you log in with your free account, go up here to the search bar, type in whatever you're looking for, click videos, photos, whatever you want. Then you'll simply go to this little download box once you find something that you want. It'll ask you, how do you want to download it? Do you want to download again? So forth and so on. Nothing really crazy there. So go ahead and find some stock footage that you like. And then we need to be in CapCut. Once you have CapCut downloaded and open, this is going to be your new project screen, and pretty simple. You just want to click new project. It's going to open up and it's going to pull forth all the media you have on your phone and just pick a video that fits the vibe you're going for. We're just going to go with this one right here. And then we're going to hit add, and it's going to go ahead and build our timeline for us. Two key things that we need to do. One, we need to apply an effect to the video overall, and then we need to apply an animation to the film clip itself. And this stacking of motion is going to create a more interesting video whenever we're on Shorts or TikTok or Facebook Reels, wherever you're putting this. So you're going to come down here where we see this little effect looking little star, and you're going to go over to video effects and just pick whatever you like. I usually play around with these and just pick some stuff at random. It really doesn't matter which one you pick as long as you find it interesting. So here you can see we got this little ripple effect. If you think that's cool, awesome. You don't like it, pick something else. It really doesn't matter, just find one that fits whatever you think is cool. So we're gonna go with this one, this weird little kind of wavy star pattern, and we'll frame everything up here in a minute, so don't worry about that right now. Go ahead and click on your video clip, and you're gonna go down to animation, and then we're gonna go to combo. If you just do in or you just do out, it'll only do it on the beginning or the end of the video. We want on both. Same thing, just pick whichever one of these you like. There's a whole bunch in here. It really doesn't matter, just find one you think is cool. We can see there's a lot going on. I don't really care for this one, so I'll try another one. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, so we have our effect. Let's go ahead and stretch this out a little bit. And we have our timeline relatively put together. Now we have a little bit more video than what we need. So we're gonna go and click on our video, then go down here to where it says split. And we're just gonna go ahead and split that. Click on the excess and delete it. And we're gonna work with about 9 seconds of video. We're not really gonna use that much, but it gives us plenty of kind of room to work with. The next thing we wanna do is we wanna know our scripture pretty well because we have to read it. What you're gonna do there is you're gonna click add audio. You're gonna go down to record and you're gonna record it. So let's go through it one more time. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not rely on your own understanding. So you want to grab your cell phone, get your microphone relatively close to your mouth, but don't be breathing into it. And I'm going to try my best to do this from memory, no promises. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not rely on your own understanding. Okay, here we go. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not rely on your own understanding. Okay, and after we give it a second or two to process, we're going to be good to go. So let's go ahead and click OK. And then we'll pull everything back over. There's our voiceover. We're just going to drag that over and make it match more with the timeline by clicking and holding and dragging. And then we need to trim this up. And what you do there is just simply click on it and you pull on these little tabs until you get to where the waveform or your voice starts. And one of the weird things about CapCut is if you trim too aggressively, it'll trim off some of your audio. So be conscious about that. All right, we're going to split our clip again. We're going to ditch the excess. And you can see we're basically almost there. So let's go ahead and let's do a play to see how it sounds. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not rely on your own understanding. You can see it's kind of cutting it off there. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this just a little bit bigger and we're going to try again. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not rely on your own understanding. All right, there we go. Perfect. Now, if you end up having a little bit extra, feel free to play with it and try and make it as perfect as you want. I'm not crazy worried about that today. I'm just trying to get in the ballpark. One thing that CapCut does that's kind of annoying is they always add this ending card. Just delete it. You don't need it. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need to add some text. So we're going to go to this little back arrow, click over to it. We're going to look for the giant T for text, and we're going to throw some text in there. We're going to go here to where it says add text. And you simply just want to copy and paste what we took a minute ago from Bible Gateway. And there we go. And you're going to have to go through here and spend a little bit of time, kind of spacing all this out. And that will be frustrating, but it's free software. So what do? All right, and there we go. We have our text, and we need to space it a little bit more because we're kind of bunched up. All right. If I can get my mouse to work with me, we'll be off and running. And this is going to be one of those things where, you can spend an hour doing this or you can spend 5 seconds. It really just kind of depends on what you think is going to be the best way to go about it. All right, so now we want to go down and we want to add our location. So this is Proverbs chapter 3. Verse 5. Okay, there's all the boring stuff. Now we get to go on to the fun stuff. Let's talk about styling. And you want to make sure and add effects, styling, everything you can to this video because, people have the brains of goldfish whenever it comes to attention spans. So go bananas. Pick whatever you think looks cool that stands out. It does not matter which one of these you choose. Just make sure it's cool. And as long as you do that, it is whatever. Let's go with this green. Well, maybe not. How about that? No. Perfect. Okay, let's go to effects. All these do different things, and you're just really going to have to kind of click and play around until you find something you think is fun. Don't spend a lot of time and effort being like, oh, just click on them until you find one that you like. Bubble will make it like it's like a talking bubble. I usually don't use these because I don't have characters in my my shorts. And then animation is self-explanatory. So we are going to look for something fun. It does not matter what it is. Just click on something fun. Let's go with, how about Flickr? And then you just want to click on this little square here and kind of stretch your font out to make it legible. Now there are some font styles here you can go through and select. This is yet again, just pick whatever you think is neat. And then click OK, and you can see our video is really starting to come together. We're going to stretch everything out to make it fit, and we can test play it. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not rely on your own understanding. There you go. That's it. We've made the whole video. Now, you do want to come up here to where it says 720p, change that to 1080p, and change it to 30 frames per second. 30 frames per second is kind of the YouTube standard, and then you're going to export it. And exporting is going to take a second, so we'll pop back in after it's done. Okay, so now it's done. You can go ahead and click done. We're going to go ahead and go over to YouTube. And once it gets pulled up, you're going to go down here to this little plus sign. You're going to click on it, and then you're going to go to upload video. And you're going to look for your video. Go ahead and click on it. Trust in the Lord with all. It's going to play it for you one more time to make sure you like it, or two more times, excuse me. And you're basically just going through and clicking next because we've already done all the video editing. So now we need to give it a title. We're just going to put in the verse first, and feel free to be as creative or as simple with your titles as you want. I usually just throw in the verse, then maybe a piece of the scripture. Trust in the Lord. And then the most important thing is to hashtag shorts. That way it knows it's a short, and you're done. You can go ahead and click upload. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to learn more, check out this next one.